El Hotel Mandarín Oriental en Nueva York nos recibió en su suite del piso 40 para una entrevista especial. Fuera del aire, hablamos largo y tendido acerca de Venezuela y su situación política. Pero cuando comenzamos a grabar, lo hicimos sobre American Gangster. Es un orgullo dar la bienvenida a 35 milímetros a Denzel Washington y Russell Crowe. Welcome to Venezuela, my man, my man.
All right, my man. All right. Okay.
Welcome. The audience in the world connect with the mafia topic very well. Why?
Well, I think it's always an interesting thing, when you're getting on with your life and you face the complications of life and all that sort of stuff, as we all do. To view that there's a certain amount of people, the 1%ers who decide that they're going to live outside society and they're going to have their own rules. And if you can do that, and not only do that, but, manage to survive, but also then manage to become financially successful. Yeah. I think everybody goes, man, only if I could do that. If I could wake up in the morning and make my own rules and set my own timetable and bring in a truckload of cash, and that's what I'd do. There's a weirdly attractive thing to that, but it's also not just the mathematics of it. It's the dark side of that as well. Being able to express yourself. I mean, we all, go, every now and then we get sort of angry about situations or whatever, and we rein it in and we sort of rebalance ourselves.
Okay.
Frank Lucas is the sort of guy that if a thought comes to mind, then he acts on it.
What do you think, Mr. Lucas?
I think I think that also it's sexy, it's romantic. It's that these guys, Mafia, Frank Lucas, they had a different code of ethics in those days. They had an allegiance, a way of doing things. They kept their secrets. So yes, they were bandits, but they lived by certain rules. You didn't do this, you didn't go that far, you didn't talk, you didn't snitch, you didn't, and now we live in a society, and even then, we appear, we're better than this, we're that, we're great, we're perfect, but really all this dirt's still going on. At least these guys stood up and accepted what they were. They went to jail, they did their time, they never told, those kinds of things. That doesn't even exist among gangsters anymore. Not in this country. They'll squeal in a minute.
The opposite sides of the law could understand each other. Could they make deals for good?
Well, the dark side of the force, if you will, they were making deals. I don't know if it was for good, for goodness sake, but that was the other side of the story. The Special Investigations Unit, they were joined at the hip with the mafia and with Frank Lucas and other drug dealers. Was it for good? I don't think so. At the same time, you had guys that were willing to put their lives on the line, like the Russells, like Richie and his group of guys. Because you talk about this. I mean, obviously we see what Richie was up against and how he was looked at in this police station or whatever.
Yeah.
But obviously that was the case for all the guys that work with you as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in the particular time period we're talking about generational, corruption, and guys coming into the police force, and no matter who they were as individuals, it's like, this is the way we do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're all going to do it this way. So it's only a very small percentage of people like Richie Roberts that would actually stand there and say, well, I'm not going to do it that way. That's not the way I see it. I don't believe in this, structure should be damaged in that way. Yeah. So the thing is, though, now you look at it, I mean, Richie still worked every day as a copper, and there's really not a lot that he could do on a daily basis. And the full cycle of things, post the arrest of Frank Lucas, he did get the opportunity to maybe claw a little of that back.
And Richie, I'm going to say, had an advantage, but also a lot of those guys, their families, Vinny might have been a cop and Anthony was in the mafia.
A lot of those guys.
Yeah. So Vinny had to, he became a cop, but he had to, I just didn't see that, just not around me kind of thing.
In Venezuela, in Latin America, actually, we have militaries making deals and politicians making deals with the narcs. We have
Nothing's changed.
Yes, it's not the 70s.
Yeah.
2007.
All right, bro.
Thank you very much,
My
man.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Cool, man.
You have millions of fans in Venezuela.
Thank you,
very
man.
much.
All right.
Walking the streets of our city.